Hey, what's up guys? We are back again with the best boost fields challenge deck in Clash Royale. We're going to be attempting this challenge first go, showing you guys a deck that I formulated that I had a lot of success with. So first off, we do have to go and randomize something so that we can go and copy and paste the deck that I do have. You can always go to the event tab when you practice, which I really recommend you guys do at the start. Pick up the deck that you were practicing with or the deck that I, currently have here. You go and copy it. And then you pop it down into the challenge as you start the challenge just by pasting it in. It's a lot easier that way. So the strategy with this challenge, it's a touchdown field. There's a whole bunch of spells that spawn in the middle. The spells give you benefits. The biggest benefit is going to be the invisibility. There's a rage as well. And there's also a heal. And then there's a clone. So there's 4 different benefits if I recall correctly. If you have recruits, you're able to encapsulate the entire arena, the entire football field. So because of that, you're going to be able to get a lot of the benefits and you're going to constantly rush at your opponent at all points in time. Also, the strategy with Witch, because the Witch doesn't die to poison, a lot of times your opponent will have to poison and then drop a spell to kill it. If the Witch is in the middle of the map, since it's a range card, it stays in the middle of the map, stays at a distance from the opponent's cards. It lets you win the bridge battles. It lets you win, the middle battles for this and go and overtake the map with your skeletons. And then since the Witch benefits from the heal, it's going to get a lot of extra value staying alive with the recruits. And then you can go and clone up your Night Witch bats and Witch so you can spawn more skeletons. The nice thing about this deck, we don't really have arrow bait. We don't have Firecracker or Dark Goblin. We've more so committed to the poison bait with the Elixir Collector and then the double Witches. So the strategy is going to work really well. I've practiced it a bunch before going into it. And I stayed up until 3 a.m. to do this challenge for you guys live. If you enjoy this type of content, if you enjoy seeing the best decks as soon as the challenge goes out, definitely drop a like on the video. It goes a long way and allows me to do these challenges more in the future. Without further ado, let's show you guys what's up and let's cook. So again, a lot of people are going to be running Firecracker and a lot of people are going to be running Recruit stacks. Recruit stacks are not going to do so well into a Recruits deck that has an Elixir Collector because when you think about it pragmatically, the deck with the Elixir Collector is definitely going to get more value over time. So if our opponent poisons on top of our Witches, that's good for us since we are going to overwhelm them. The one bad thing about this challenge is if you want to be consistent in it, you kind of have to drag out the games a little bit longer against really good players. A lot of times you're not going to be playing against really good players. The people that I practiced against, when I was playing against them, they were all Ultimate Champion players. They were really good at the game. So that's just something to keep in mind. Also, I did mess up. I'm not using the Dagger Duchess tower, so that was a huge mess up on my end. You do want to be using Dagger Duchess if you are able to. I was able to earlier on. I don't know if this challenge permits it, but I know that the event allowed me to do it. So it'd be interesting if the event was a little bit different than the actual... it would be really different if the event was different than the challenge, because I feel like you should be able to practice the game as it's intended to be, but maybe they did that. Maybe they messed it up. I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, the best spell in the entire thing is going to be the invisibility, since Firecracker wasn't able to hit anything, so kind of in a terrible spot. Giant Skeleton locked in on the tower is astronomical value, and we're already in a winning position. So our strategy right now is probably just go for recruits and make sure that we can get the benefit in the left-hand side and preclude the potential from spamming in the right. Reason why we do that is because, we have the evolved recruits. We know that he's going to have to spend a bunch of elixir there. Remember, he has Fireball, so I want to drop our Elixir Collector here, postured off to the left, since he will not be able to Fireball the weaker tower there on the right-hand side. And now, because we have our Electro Spirit, it's a really beneficial card against recruits. It's great against, Skeleton Barrels, so then you don't have to drop your arrows on the Skeleton Barrel skeletons, so then you can actually beneficially finish everything off with, the arrows on top of the Firecrackers. If they've got Evolved Firecracker, don't feel bad about poisoning it. It's not a terrible decision. And then we can just stack up a lot of stuff here on the right and just continuously drop our recruits. We're preventing him from doing anything. Meanwhile, we're also applying some meaningful presence on the left-hand side. And yeah, I love that I'm able to break down a deck that works pretty well and show you guys my thought process of how it works, right? Because there are other cards that are great. You could build a deck with a Dark Goblin core with Firecracker. And if you did that, it works. But if you just randomly throw cards in the deck, and they don't necessarily have a synergy that works well together, like you throw in a Firecracker in a deck that has no other arrows bait, you're just going to get arrowed on the Firecracker, and you're never going to get value. So you have to think about what you're doing when you're building these types of decks, and I spent a lot of time tweaking, changing, and building a deck that can really overwhelm these challenges when you understand how to play it. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this, and definitely drop a like again if you do like this type of content, because tons of time goes into it. I think I spend around an hour beforehand, and then after that, I also play the challenge live. So I had a pretty unorthodox hour. Let's keep going. Let's keep vibing. Tag, read chat, please. I mean, I do read chat, bro. I'm just not going to read messages that say tag, read chat. I read those once a stream, and then I never read it again. Because those type of messages, like, there's no reason, right? Security guard, says Hollywood, Roger. I feel like, honestly, if you guys are a security guard, then you're probably loving this this late night at Clash Royale action. Look at the giant skeleton getting pushed by the clone. That's another reason why giant skeleton is really good in this challenge. You can get a little bit lucky and you can get that clone hop because there's a finite amount of space on the map. If you end up having a cloned up card, one of the cloned up cards will get pushed closer to the tower. And if it's a giant skeleton, if it reaches the tower, you kind of win the game off that. So we're already in an amazing position. I'm kind of hoping he fireballs this. If not, it's fine. Just notice how the skeletons are going to become invisible for a split sec. They don't die to the tower. I also messed up. I really want to run the Dagger Duchess if possible. Forget to change the tower? Yeah, I did. I don't know if we're able to, but I guess we'll see. I mean, definitely is better, right? The Dagger Duchess is definitely better. Oh, nice. We ended up activating King Tower. Very cool. So since we have one evolution, we're not allowed to have multiple evolutions in this challenge. The best one is recruits, just because you're going to be trying to spam them at every single opportunity anyway to get the, benefits in the middle. So if you get them evolved as an added bonus, it's kind of nice. All right. Why don't you use the Dagger Duchess? I forgot to. We'll see if we can. I don't know if we're able to. So we're kind of that test monkey out here. We'll see if it works. Also, one of the things that in these challenges that just be wary of, if you're one of those people that really wants to use defensive cards at all points in time, I tested it. I try it every single time. But defensive cards don't work well in these challenges because if you're not using the benefit that makes your cards overpowered, then you're not necessarily getting the most out of it. Recruits are really strong because they're defensive, and they also get that benefit on offense. Other cards that are really strong that I was looking at, Royal Hogs are so good because they can move quickly and they can steal the aggressive, like, I don't know, they can steal anything in the middle. And the thing that really makes an impact that it can steal is it can steal the invisibility. So just keep that in mind if you do get the Royal Hogs. They're really good to go and steal the invisibility in the middle. I genuinely love doing that, and I get a huge value from that, usually being able to win the game. I also lost a lot of games in practice when people did that. You can change the tower as well. Oh, okay, cool. There's no single best deck in this game mode, says Arnurad. You're definitely, like, not 100% wrong because, every single deck does have a hard counter, but you are wrong from a standpoint of, like, there will always be a deck with a higher win rate, right? There's always one deck that is at the top. There are always decks that are better than others. So I think for me, this was the best deck that I tested out of every deck that I played, and I played for an hour, and, I'm a top 1,000 Ultimate Champion player, so I think that my word definitely carries a little bit of weight in this type of challenge, especially against casual players. My decks will definitely be better than theirs. So then, if you copy my deck and you play it as is, probably be able to secure the bag. All right, what is this deck? Well, it's not a regulation Clash Royale deck, right? It is a deck built for boost fields. That's the reason why we are playing it. So we can get those Royal Recruits spamming in the left-hand side, and the reason why we have Giant Skeleton in this deck is because, obviously, we don't want to lose against Mega Knights, we don't want to lose against Bowlers, we don't want to lose against big cards that are kind of clunky and funky to deal with. So Dagger Duchess is definitely better because it allows you to defend against Recruits more effectively. Really strong in general. And yeah, I mean, that's why we're playing it. I wish we were able to get a heal with the Giant Skeleton, but it's fine. Maybe we're able to overwhelm with the Giant Skeleton bomb exploding on the Witch. That'd be very cool. Oh, it does happen. Very cool. Nice. And then we're able to get a lot of damage with the Witch as well. Yo, Gloopy, I will read that right after this game. I hope I don't lose. I do want to focus a little bit. Notice how we use the Electro Spirit on defense, and it clutches up very nicely. I do think that we want to spend an arrows so we don't lose. Those skeletons would do a lot of damage. All right, actually, we'll read it now. Hey, dude, first time in like 6 months I've caught a stream when it's live. Your diverse vibe on videos versus streams is perfect. Please add this more chill, GAF attitude. I'm heading to sleep, bro. Well, I mean, I definitely have this vibe like whenever I'm like later in the day or earlier in the day. Genuinely, like during the middle of the day, I'm a lot more animated. I'm a little bit more of a memer. If you saw me in person, I like memeing around and messing around, and people just wonder why I have so much energy. But definitely like at 3 a.m. or like 5 a.m. or whatever, whenever I stream these challenges, depending if I wake up really late or sorry, wake up really early or like stay up the entire night for it, then I'm definitely have less energy. So maybe you just want me to do, you want me to stay up a little bit later, which is kind of fun, you know? I don't know. I think it's nice to be able to see people in every single aspect of their life and be like, oh, what is this guy really like when he's like tired? What is he like when he's a memer? What is he like? I don't know. I've seen different sides of it. I think it's funny, for sure. All right. This deck doesn't work. It's too expensive. Okay. I mean, if that's what you think, you're definitely wrong. I'm going to win this challenge, and I'll show you why it works. I mean, I played this deck for an entire, like, hour, and I practiced it against Ultimate Champion players, and we'll also show you that we win with it. But, you know, that's also going to be something that we get a lot. No matter how much I practice the deck, no matter how often I win with it, no matter if I demonstrate the deck is good or not, I'll always have people in the comment section saying the deck's bad. But in reality, you just got to get better if you're losing with the deck. Can you do a backflip? No, I can't. A lot of my friends can do backflips. Actually, I went bouldering today. Screwed up my hands really hard. I don't know if you guys can see, but they're definitely messed up. And my friends were able to be like, yo, Jake, can you do a backflip? I can do a backflip. And I was like, nah, I can't. And one of my friends is going to teach me. Drew is going to teach me. So hopefully, I don't know. That'll be pretty fun. I'm excited for that. I want to see if I can do a backflip and then I can post it on Instagram and showcase you guys like my true skills. How was your day? You look exhausted? No, I had a pretty good day from a standpoint of like, you know, I accomplished a lot of things I wanted to, and you know, I worked out a lot. So I did a workout, I climbed, I did bouldering. It was nice. It was a really good day. Oil up, bro. See, that's the comment that we needed. Where were the oil up comments when we wanted them? That is what we live for, man. What ways can I get Evo Bomber? You had to pay money, unfortunately. Oh man, isn't that sad? Like the best evolution in the game is a little bit expensive. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's that was unfair for sure. I feel like Supercell shouldn't have had the Evo Bomber as strong as it has been. It's pretty restrictive in games. At higher ladder, everyone is running Evo Bomber, and then I like noticed that mid ladder, or at least from your guys' deck suggestions, everyone was asking me to play Evo Firecracker when I was showcasing a deck for everyone to play. Everyone's just like, Firecracker, Firecracker. But in reality, like, Firecracker is just outclassed by Evo Bomber for sure. Evo Bomber is definitely better. Okay, so this guy poisoned on top of Elixir Collector. That's what we're hoping for. So our strategy generally is to go for recruits, and then we go in for Night Witch in one side, and then we go for the Witch in the other side. At least that's what the strategy is that I thought about. Yeah. And a lot of people think that, you know, it's, ooh, this guy's really good. Wait. He knows the right strats. He's not messing up. This is going to do a lot of damage to me. I can't do anything about it because they're invisible. Yeah, he played that super well. He actually outplayed me a little bit. Wow. See, when we get outplayed, I always just let you guys know. Like, this guy might be a better player than me. I don't know. He's played this very well. Yeah, he's got Elixir Collector. He's actually good at the game. He built a deck that is good in this challenge, and he understands how to play it. He dropped his recruits on defense, so his towers helped out. Like, he's very good at the game. I'm pretty impressed. He's poisoning the Elixir Collectors instead of doing something stupid. Everything that he's done has been very smart. So, we'll see what we can do. I mean, I have to get this benefit of winning the bridge, and then maybe we can do something. Hopefully, right? Okay, we get some clone action up in here. Unfortunately, he has Mother Witch. That's a bit of a problem for us, not going to lie. Slight bit of a problem for me. Can't really kill that card very effectively when we got Witch and other things. This might even be a loss. I mean, this guy's very good. He's kind of better than some of the Ultimate Champion players that I played against. I bet you he is Ultimate Champion. We take a look afterward. I think he's probably going to be pretty good at the game. We'll take a look, for sure. I'm interested to find out. This is one of the better players I've played against in all the testing that I've done. Like, he's dropping Elixir Collectors on defense. He got a lead, and he's retaining it. He's very smart. Kind of unfortunate that we match it. I mean, the thing is, when you jump into these challenges earlier on, this is what it looks like when you're playing against a top-level player playing it. Because what they'll do is they'll just play really defensive, and they'll hold on to whatever lead they get. And it's hard to break through again. That's one of the difficulties, for sure. I mean, hey, credit to credit. Credit where credit is due. Ooh, that was actually a really bad play. I'm surprised he did that. But he gave me so much value with the poison. That's surprising. We'll take it, though. I mean, I can't complain about that. Yo, can we get the, Yo, we get the invisibility. That's huge. Maybe we can still win after all. Not over till it's over, guys. Not over till it's over. We always say. Alright. We're going to get a good poison. Definitely worth it. Go recruits. Unfortunately, he doesn't have Dagger Duchess because he would have gotten overwhelmed and lost. Dagger Duchess would have lost him the game there 100% into the Witch. The Witch Skeletons would have just overwhelmed. You might not have that much elixir, though. Please? Please, you're really good at the game. I would love to beat you. You played so well. He's actually extremely good. Still not giving me the opportunity to win. I'm going to poison here because I want the damage. See, those elixir collectors are bad. 50 seconds remaining. So if you guys are unaware, elixir collectors only give you value with a minute left. So anything that you drop at this point is like pretty dumb. It's actually very bad. He played this super well until he did that. I think that we might be able to just hold the door and win. Because the giant skeletons just kill most of the stuff. Definitely poison here. Yeah, this is looking really good. It's been really spicy. Alright, so if we're able to win this, I'd be very ecstatic. Like, this needs to be a win. We need this game. Please. Look at the witches just spawning endlessly. Like, having the witch chill on your side of the map, he had so many elixir collectors and it didn't even matter. Like, he played this really well until the end. He did not play well at the end. But he played really well until then. GG. We'll take the W and we'll move to the next one. I want to see his rank. Please learn how to do a backflip. Really? Dang, man. Okay. We take those. You coach tag? No, I don't coach. I feel like that would just be kind of scamming you guys and not really that good. Like, I don't want to spend, I don't want to take people's money for coaching. I feel like that's just a bad thing to do. At least for me, because it's just like, I rather stream and create content and have fun with you guys instead of, doing coaching. All right, so this guy might be a second account, or maybe he's just played really well at the start and just, I don't know. Maybe he was just really good at the start. I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Last week on Dagger Duchess, I won 12-0 as a free-to-play player. All thanks to you. To be honest, dude, it's not all thanks to me. That type of challenge, the draft, is the worst game mode in the entire game. Like, legitimately, not only did you have to play well, but you also had to have gotten good matchups. There are some certain situations that if you are running the draft game mode, you literally sometimes cannot win the game. You will be given cards that do not make sense, and you'll just look at it and you're like, this is awful. And everyone always complains about it to Supercell, myself included. I'm like, please let us do triple draft instead of regular draft. But hey, won't take my money for coaching, then just take it, says Lou Frog. No. I love you, Luna. I really do. Oh, I mean, the main thing for me is, like, I feel like my coaching would be overpriced, and I feel like it would not be fair to you guys. Because for it to be worth my time, I would definitely have to put it at a higher price point. But if I were to do that, then I feel like I'd be scamming people, and it just doesn't feel right. That's the main reason why I do that. Jake, I feel bad for you. You uploaded 2 videos. Why do you feel bad for me, dude? I'm like, let's be honest for a second. Clash Royale and content creation and YouTube, sure, it is not easy to be at like a high amount of subscribers and like to create content, but it is such an enjoyable and fun job. Like, I love this. If you, at least for me, I love what I do, so you should never feel bad for me. Otherwise, I would not be doing what I do, right? That's the thing. Like, there are many ways of making a lot of money in this world, and creating YouTube videos on a video game is not the #1 way of doing that. So for me, I've done it because it's passion and just really fun, you know, being able to do something that I love every single day and looking at it and being like, wow, I wouldn't be doing anything else, or wouldn't rather be doing anything else. That's one of the better feelings, and I'm super, super thankful for it. I have a lot of friends that are in like software engineering or in other things that, you know, they make a lot of money and they have really good lives, but they hate what they do. They legitimately hate it. And yeah, I'm just super lucky to be able to be like, hey, I love what I do, and I'm able to pay the bills playing video games, so it's cool. Is he trying to overthrow me, says Gloopy. Gloopy just donated another 20. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know if you guys do know this, but yeah, all the money from donations, all the money from sponsorships, all the money from the creator code goes directly back into my videos and for my editing costs. My editing costs are pretty substantial, obviously, and we're only able to do that because of you guys using the creator code and also just being there when we do get sponsorships. We haven't gotten sponsorships recently, so I guess the economy is not doing so well, but when we do get sponsorships, when you guys understand that and you're like, I don't know, not like freaking out saying, Jake, I can't believe you took a sponsorship from Samsung. You know, it's very nice. Do a backflip if you take an L. I'd break my back, bro. You have a girlfriend? I do not have a girlfriend. How's the gym progress? It's going pretty well. I kind of hurt my hands recently doing a whole bunch of, I don't know, doing a whole bunch of stuff like with bouldering. And I mean, when you haven't done bouldering before, it's rough. Also for bouldering, guys, I was able to do a purple first day, which is yellow, red, and then purple, I think. Or maybe green was in between purple. But yeah, I did a purple. Maybe it's 4 levels or 3 levels above, but yeah, I was able to do that first day. It was really cool. Did you go to college? Yeah, I went to Bentley University. I don't like that school that much. I don't think it was great. I think that a lot of the classes were a little bit too easy, and based on some of the other schools I got into, I should have probably went there instead. But also, like, playing tennis was a really big thing for me, so I was like, I got to play tennis at the school that I go to, and then that's why I chose the school that I could play tennis at. How much do you get from Super Chat? Does it only give you like 50%? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. To be honest, I don't really look too much at the amounts that I get from things. I think like there's some streamers that really hardcore like min-max it, and they have like other venues where they can get money. Like I think B-Rad did this when he was streaming. He ended up having some other link where you guys could donate directly, not through YouTube, and then he would get a higher portion of the money. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. But then it's harder for the donation message to pop up and for me to see it. So genuinely, I don't know. You guys let me know if you would be interested in me doing that. Basically, I would get more money from it. And the donation message. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could find an alternative way of popping it up on the screen. Why are you awake? Because I stay up really late for you guys to get the challenge and the best decks out as early as I can. The main thing, again, with this deck, I don't know if I broke down how to play it, but you cycle elixir collectors. Your opponent poisons it. You get an elixir advantage from that. You drop your recruits as often as you can to get the benefit in the middle. And then you go in for a witch on one side, and you go for a night witch on the other side. You arrows away on firecrackers, and you kind of win the game from that perspective. Notice how this guy is just going to fumble the bag real quick. There's really nothing he can do. Yeah, he's just dead. I mean, we played this pretty well. I think we built an amazing deck for the challenge, especially if people are smart enough to use the Dagger Duchess. They get overwhelmed by the skeletons and the Night Witch bats, and you kind of just 3-crown them because the Firecracker doesn't work in the face of someone that has arrows and poison. It just doesn't work into us. All right. There's a famous saying when you say something that you... a famous saying, when you do something you enjoy, you never work a day in your life, says Makund Kohan. I mean... To be honest, there's definitely stressful parts about it. There's definitely work parts about Clash Royale and YouTube, right? For instance, I don't know if you guys caught this, but in today's video, there was actually a spelling error. There was an extra S. My editor put takes instead of take. I was like, dang, that really doesn't look professional. We got to change that. And then he had a whole bunch of editing issues, and I was like, damn, I'm just staying up. And I was looking at my screen for like 50 minutes. Straight up just looking at my Discord messages for 50 freaking minutes. And then I messaged my YouTube contact. I was talking to my YouTube contact, and I was like, yo, like, what's going on there? Like, is there any way we can change the video after it's published? And he's like, well, you can in very, very, very specific situations, but this is not the situation that we can do it. This is like a, this is just a typo. We can't change it for this. This is not possible. So I was like, dang it, that sucks. So, and basically I uploaded like 5 minutes late, but I was literally looking at my computer screen for like, I don't know, I guess a total of an hour-ish, which is pretty crazy, right? To just be sitting at a computer screen. That's definitely like stressful, not very fun. That's work related, right? But when you're doing the things that you like streaming to you guys, recording videos, it's incredible. Like, that is the best part about it. That's what makes me really happy, and that's what gets me hyped up to do what I do every day. Also, meeting you guys in person is really cool. Being like, wow, people really want to see my content, and seeing people like say, hey, I watch your content. If you guys ever see me in Seattle, always come up to me. It'd be really cool to see you guys. I had a couple people come up to me recently. It was nice. But yeah, also events as well. Like, always hit me up. I'll take pictures. We'll talk, like anything. I just want to see you guys. It's pretty fun. So yeah. Anyway, beside that, I think that 90% of it like is really, really fun. The sponsorship stuff is never fun. That stuff always sucks. But anything related to playing is really awesome. Anyway, getting back to business here, I do want to poison, but I want him to click a bad ability, and he does do it, thankfully. We have to poison that. Otherwise, his units are just undercover, and then we can't kill them. Also, if we keep the witch alive, that's really good. It's super, super good. Because we could have went for an elixir collector, and then we would have, like, lost our witch, which isn't ideal. You know, you got to keep the witch alive if you want to win. All right, we're arrows here. The witch is still going to stay alive a little bit longer, but not for super long. Ooh, giant skeleton might have exploded on the tower. Did I outplay him? No, I didn't get it. Dang it. I thought I freaking cooked him. I thought I cooked him, my dudes. Oh, we gave him the cook. The cook. I think we're getting the flame and yawn, though, here. Not ideal. All right, we're going to poison again. I just hope that the witch allows us to get near the tower. Because that's all I want. That's all I need. If that happens, then we can kind of ride away with a good defense to offense. That's what we're looking for right there. Very nice. Very, very nice. And we can go in for this. And we want to win with our side of the map. Like, we really want to fight on our side of the map, ideally. Poisoning that is huge. Witch staying alive is important. If it doesn't stay alive, we might be dead. Perfect. But even though, like, we're not killing his elixir collectors, it doesn't matter that much because we're getting better trades than him. So if you get better elixir trades and you get, like, massive positive elixir trades I'm talking about, then you don't have to use the elixir collector. And you don't have to, like, it's important to take the right trades is what I'm trying to say. Take the right trades and you'll win. All right, we can do this. Go for poison. Arrows here. All right, so this is pretty good for us. It's not necessarily going to be a dominant dub right now, but it should roll in our favor. If he loses that, that's pretty big. And then we can go for a Night Witch in the side, and then we can go for recruits again. I think these recruits will get a big benefit right now. We're gonna get something spawned in the middle. Let's go! Let's freaking go! That's what I'm talking about. That is the invisibility, my guy. Yo, you're dead. You can't kill the bats. They locked into the tower because they're invisible. That's huge value. Then we arrows. And then he's out of ammo, so he just loses the Dagger Duchess. The Dagger Duchess just loses in the game. 100%. 100p. Alright, we do this. Switch again. Poison here, just to guarantee we don't lose. Going for the Giant Skeleton. Giant Skeleton is instrumental in this game. Because a lot of times, like, you don't have a tank for the bowler if you don't have the Giant Skeleton. And the Giant Skeleton can tank in front. It's got the clone capabilities. It's just such a good card in this challenge. It's so freaking good. And it's nice on defense because even if it clones up and it doesn't do anything, it just like explodes twice and then it can kill stuff. I really, really, really like this deck. Again, I think this challenge is like a little bit more drudgerous than other challenges, especially if you're playing against decent players. The games will take forever. Like, if I play against the players at this skill level, this challenge is going to take a century. I really don't want to play against good players. I want them to just roll over and die. Okay? That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping they just are not good at the game and they just lose the game quick. But every single one of them has kind of understood how to play for the most part recently. So, that is what it is. Add Tornado and Dark Goblin. You should do it. No. I already explained why Tornado Dark Goblin in this deck is not great. Tornado Dark Goblin, like Dark Goblin, for instance, in a deck where you don't have other arrow bait is really awful. Because look at my deck. There's a lot of Fireball and Poison bait with the Witch, Night Witch, and then the Elixir Collector. The deck that I built will be better than any deck that you look up on Royal API or any thing like that. I know that what you did. You looked at the Royal API best decks. The decks that I build are better because you're seeing decks that are played by everyone in the game. And those decks are kind of like, okay, like if they have a high win rate, most of the time at early part of the challenge, they're not really tested or anything like that. Later on, if you look at Royal API, then it's pretty nice. But at the very start of the challenge, if you're looking at like whatever the high win rate it is, it's not going to be very good. Sometimes pro players or people that are YouTubers will create decks and then they'll rise to the popularity and then they'll be really good decks. But at the very start, if you're looking at a deck, it's probably not optimized. So I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend looking at Royal API until like, I don't know, after the first day. After the first day of the challenge, then it's really good. But at the start of the challenge, I think it's a bad decision. I think it's a really bad decision. And sometimes people just flock to the most played deck and then they just continuously play it, and then that deck is better than average, so it gets a high win rate, but then because its popularity is high, then it gets a higher rating. But in reality, like, it should be based off of win rate, right? So not really based off of popularity. There's a lot of really good decks that are built. But I'm just saying, like, that if you put a Dark Goblin in this deck, even if it had a good win rate, it would not be optimized because the Dark Goblin should just die to arrows, and then it makes no sense. It'd just be a very bad addition to the deck. Unless your opponent somehow doesn't have arrows, which they should be having arrows in this challenge. Like, they all should have arrows. One thing that I was considering was running Golden Knight with Tornado, because look at the my theory craft right now is look at the tower. Like, you can't drop units very high up. So if you're dropping things near your tower and you Golden Knight NATO, then like you're guaranteed to get the Golden Knight NATO on the tower. I think Golden Knight NATO might actually be very unexplored in this challenge. You guys can let me know if you ever made it work or if you played Golden Knight. I think Golden Knight is an awful card. Like, I actually think it is the worst champion in the game by far. But in this very specific challenge where you aren't able to drop units away from your tower, I think Golden Knight might be the best champion. I don't think that I want to explore that because it's not very consistent. I think it's harder to show and harder to make happen. But if you guys are really good at the game, let me know if you were able to make Golden Knight Tornado work in this challenge. I'm pretty interested on that, honestly. I didn't want to recommend it because, as I said, I try to show the best deck for every challenge for no matter what skill level you are. Like, this deck is pretty easy to play, the one that I'm showing. You just cycle Elixir Collectors when you're up a little bit of Elixir, and then when you aren't getting spammed, right? You don't go Elixir Collector right there because he had a Guardian coming at us, and I didn't know if he was going to drop things like as fast as he possibly could. He did not, so we were fine to do that. Again, when we see Bowler, we don't go Recruits in the back. We cycle our Giant Skeleton on the same side because it's just better that way. We could go in for Witch in the middle, and that's decent, or we could go for Recruits. I think we're going to go Recruits just so we don't lose. And then we're in a really good spot counter pushing here. Recruits are going to give us tons of value. We can Witch in the middle. It's going to start spawning a lot of these skeletons everywhere. And then the Witch has got range. It's going to stay in the middle for a lot longer. So because of that, notice where she stops. She's kind of in the middle where she could hypothetically jump into a spell. There's a chance she just gets a spell real quick for the one time. It would be huge if she did. Unfortunately, she didn't, but we still win the game. As you can see, she stayed so far back in the middle of the field, enabling the potential boost for us to win. Guys, I think we've done a really good job breaking down this challenge and showcasing why our deck is strong. And yeah, I'm just super happy that it worked out so well. It's nice to see something that you put an effort to pay off so well and show like exactly how we thought it would. Because in the draft challenge last time, I actually didn't win it first try. I actually had to reset it. I just got screwed by RNG, and I was like, wow, there's literally like nothing I can do. Like, I got, I think I had like a Royal Hogs deck into a Mega Knight Valkyrie Evo with Fire Spirit, Ice Spirit, Fast Cycle, and there's just like nothing I could do. I was just like, how is that even supposed to happen? So it's refreshing to be able to get like this type of game where you look at it and you're like, wow, everything's working exactly as we would want it to. It's really cool. Faced a giant Night Witch pump deck, it was hell. I'm sorry, man. If you do play into a giant Night Witch pump deck, you're able to win against it if you go in for the giant skeleton on the same side, and you know, you make it happen, brother. That's how it be. Oh, if you think I would lose 1,000 games to anyone in the world before I win a game, you are definitely, I don't know, like, yeah, you're wrong. Like, I can beat anyone in the world. I just need to end up having a good matchup against pro players or good players. That's just kind of how it is. Like, genuinely, once you get to top 1,000 in the world, you can beat anyone. For instance, like, I'll just take an example. Like, I 3-crowned Aragon last time we played. I lost, like, 2 games, and then I 3-crowned him. Is he a lot better than me at the game? Yeah, he is. But, you know, I can cheese him or I could win because I'm at a certain skill level where I can win based off of, like, you know, doing something stupid. I did beat Baby Nate, like, the last 2 games as well. And he just messed up and he didn't play well. And I had a really, really good games. Like, I looked at my games, I'm like, wow, I played like some of the best Clash Royale in my life. Is Baby Nate 10 times better than me? Yeah, but I won the last like 2 games we played. So it was like really funny, right? So just take it, like, if you think that I can't lose to other players that are worse than me, you're wrong, because at a certain skill level, you're capable of losing to pretty much everyone that is at a certain threshold. And then also myself, I can beat anyone in the world. There is not a single player that I can't beat. Because, you know, that because my rank and like my ability to make certain plays, and also if I get a good matchup and they make misplays or I make one good prediction, that's all it really takes. Clash Royale is not a game purely based off of skill. If you guys think it is 100% skill based, you are definitely wrong. That is not how the game is. And also, people make mistakes. People miss spells. No one plays perfect. That is another reality. I'm telling you guys right now, if you've hit top 10,000 in the world, you can beat me. If you've hit top 10,000 in the world at any point in this game, there's a chance that you can beat me. I would say, like, obviously there's a threshold. If you're probably, like, never ultimate champion, it's going to be really, really hard for you to beat me because your mechanics won't be good enough to beat me if I'm running, like, a drill deck. You would never win, right? There's a certain threshold where it's just, like, it wouldn't happen. Depending on the matchup, right? Like, if I ran a deck that was solid, like Goblin Drill, that has really good defense against everything, I'm not going to lose unless, like, I fall asleep or something, or, like, the disconnection. If someone's mechanics just aren't there, if they can't conceptually, like, know, oh, this guy's at a certain amount of elixir. But certain times, like, you know, you could lose against someone that's not really understanding how to play the game if they drop all their elixir golem stuff with a, sorry, like, not elixir golem, but, like, a golem battle healer deck, right? Like, let's say someone has golem battle healer, and you don't have a big spell, so you can't kill the elixir collector. And then also on top of that, you don't have anything to kill up clumped stuff with their golem and their battle healer. They just clump up a golem battle healer, electro dragon push, and you lose the game. There's a lot of situations where that stuff happens. So I guess even if you weren't ultimate champion, I could lose to that. But if I was playing Goblin Drill, I would have answers. So I would just play like a semi-safe deck, right? But like, let's say I wasn't playing Goblin Drill, then I could lose to someone that's really, really low rated, for instance. If that makes sense. Hopefully that does. I just wanted to give that analogy or like, that explanation for everyone, just because that's a huge misconception that a lot of people have in every Clash Royale match, or just happens at every stream, honestly. Something profound, I forgot, but that's hilarious. Dang, dude. You really going to say that to me? You're really going to be like, I got something so cool. Oh, I can't say it. You know, one of the most triggering things in the world is when someone's like, oh, I thought of something super funny. And then they're like, oh, I can't say it. I don't want to say it. Or they're like, oh, I thought of something. And they don't say it. It's like, oh my gosh, you're such a troll. That's one of the worst feelings. I hate when my friends do that to me. That is one of my #1 pet peeves. I want to see some one-on-one action. I usually don't do like too many things other than let's plays and just playing the game, because I really enjoy playing the game that way. Playing with a lot of other YouTubers is something that I haven't really done that much. I did do it with Aragon, and I did it with yeah, I played games with Aragon, and I played games with what was his name? Invader. I played with 2 pro players, and I created content with them for update videos. Those are the only 2, though. I haven't done anyone else recently. But I've played with those 2 in the last year. All right, this guy lost for sure. There's no way he's defending that. So if he princesses, we just arrows it, or we can just use our rushing recruits. It's fun because recruits just give you so much value. It one-tapped the freaking princess. Guys, we're not losing this game. This is ours. We got this in the bag. So again, I said elixir collector at 1 minute left is useless. That's a nice timing to know if you guys are unaware. Never elixir collector randomly at the end with a minute left. It just doesn't make sense to do. Do you know any German Clash Pro? Yeah, I know XOP Sam. I don't know. I met a lot of people. Honestly, when I saw XOP Sam, I didn't think he was going to be like super, super omega nice. But he's a very nice and chill person. I was like, wow, this guy is an incredible human being. And I had no clue. Like, I set expectations pretty low every single time I meet people. And then usually pretty blown away. Or when I'm not, I'm like, oh, I'm not disappointed. Yo! Oh my gosh. Wait. Luna says, I'd give you hundreds if I knew it was all going to the editors, but not YouTube. Luna, I freaking love you. I really do. Get some hearts in the chat. Luna, you don't have to donate hundreds. You just being here makes me happy. Seriously, having like people here consistently in the community, it just puts a smile on my face every day. Like, it's nice to see people in the comment section reoccurringly drop nice comments, or just being like, hey, you made my day. I watch your content. Makes me happy. Just seeing that makes me happy. So I see you pretty much everywhere. And yeah, I'm thankful for you. Editors be eating tonight. I probably had a profound thing to share. Forgot it though. Gonna go nap. Catch you later, Jake, says Luna. $50 dono. Jeez. All right. I genuinely do not deserve a $50 dono. You are the best, Luna. Get some hearts in the chat. Thank you so much. And I hope you sleep incredibly well. Thank you again. And yeah, that was really, really cool. Anyway, we're going to be jumping into the game here. And let's go for a Night Witch and let's go for a Giant Skeleton. I was testing a whole bunch of cards in this challenge. I think that Fly Machine is good if you're able to keep it alive, but it just dies to the Dagger Duchess instantaneously. Skeleton Dragons, I think, do a lot more damage, and I like Skeleton Dragons a bit more. If I were to run a card that was capable of staying in the air and, you know, just amassing Fireball bait in the air, it would probably be Skeleton Dragons, because when you clone them up, you get 2 of them. It's a little bit more bang for your buck, whereas the Fly Machine doesn't really do that. For Luna, yeah. We keep going. You changed a lot? I'd hope so, man. Like, that's the goal for me. I never want to be the same person. I want to look back and be like, hey, I've been a bit different, or I've changed for the better. And that's the goal for me. I want to be able to change every 2 years and be like, wow, I don't even recognize like the way I was like 2 years ago. That's how it should be. Truly. I think that I've grown a lot, and I'm way happier with how I am now. That's you say like I changed, and I'd say I hope so every time, man. That's how we want it to be. What else did you say? I don't play Clash Royale anymore, but you look good, man. Oh, wow. Thanks. I didn't see the you look good, man, after you said I changed. That was really nice of you. Thanks. All right. Do you do your own tournament with fans? I don't do tournaments actually because they just take time to create, and there's like no benefit. The Clash Royale tournament feature is awful, like legitimately awful. There's no benefit. Like if I could give back to the community and run tournaments and then give you guys like emotes in game and get it distributed to the winners, that'd be really cool. If I could give gems to the winners, it'd be really cool. But guess what? There's no benefit of me doing tournaments. I would have to individually see who won, add them on Discord, and then send them messages. And that's just awful. SirTag does not have ADHD. No, I don't have any diagnoses, like anything like that at all. All right, let's keep going. Why does your face look tired? I have genetic under eye circles. So everyone asks that. I answer that once a stream. All right, alrighty. Let's go. Yeah, it's nice to win that. GG's. It's fun without a prize? Really? I feel like most people don't like the Clash Royale tournament feature without prizes, my guy. Let's go. I won against Golem Beatdown with no win conditions. Dang, you're wildin'. Are you a waiter? Because I'll give you a tip. I almost read that. I'm not reading the rest of that. I love you. Thank you for giving me a tip, brother. All right, my boy, just go to sleep already. We're going to go to sleep after we win this game. This is going to be the last game of the day. Give me your energy in the chat. Give me the just wins. And if you are watching this as a VOD, I want you to pause and type just win in the comment section. And you know what? It might not manifest the W in this game, but it will manifest the next W in the next stream. So I appreciate you. So let's get that. Let's get the just wins in the chat here for everyone that's here live and also later on. Just win. I seriously, like, out of all of the things that we have in this community, I think the just win thing was hilarious because people were like, how are you losing? I'm like, the strategy is just win. Like, how could I ever like not win? You're right entirely. And it was someone flaming me. I was like, we just came up with the just win mentality, and it's the best advice. It's the best advice. It's hilarious how it became an ever-present meme on the channel. All right, let's go in for a witch here, and we'll see what we can do. Or maybe it wasn't because of that. I don't remember. I think that's what it was from. Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I'm like forgetting things. I think that's what it came from. All right, let's do this. Giant Skeleton is going to give us value, please. If we space out our stuff, I think that's absolutely awesome for me. Oh, the witch is going to overwhelm him. It's definitely going to spawn more skeletons. And then we got the Night Witch on the right-hand side. We're forcing out a goblin gang. And notice how the witch, again, it's just spawning. It's spawning. It's swimming in the sea of skellies. And we're forcing out arrows on the right-hand side. Dang, that was a huge overcommitment from this guy. No, I think it's better for us to go for the Elixir Collector. It's nice that the Dagger Duchess slaughters the Spear Goblin hut before the Spear Goblins can even get a hit on the tower. Like, out of all of your curves, your smile is my favorite. Just the guy with cheese. I'm actually a twig, so I have no curves. Besides a smile, so thank you. No way, Jake won the first match on stream. I also haven't lost a match yet, so hopefully we can win this entire challenge with 0 losses. It'd be very cool. It'd make me very happy. Make me proud, to be honest. You're proud, sir. Great Electro Spirit. Wow, we killed it? No way. Alright, let's drop our Elixir Collector. Let's see if we can win this, because I don't want to lose. I really want to try my hardest here. I haven't really tried in this game yet. Fully focus. Alright, so this is going to be annoying, but it's winnable. Win a bubble. So we have to Electro Spirit here. We kind of let the Fly Machine lock on, and that might have been a mistake. Probably not a massive one, you know? You feel me, my dudes? Nice. No, not nice. Not nice. Alright, we're an Elixir Collector here. It's a bit risky. Alright, we do want to go recruits. If that hits the Elixir Collector, I feel stupid. Oh no, that did hit the Elixir Collector. Dang. Alright, let's poison Witch. We can do our Electro Spirit here. Oh no, I think I lost. No way I defend that effectively. I can do so much damage. I'm gonna poison as well. Okay, so this is gonna be a ton of damage, but we need to come back. We need to just win in the chat. Just win in the chat, boys, please. For the one time. For the one time. Maybe for the 2 time. Maybe for the 3 time. I don't know. We're just winning out here. Just winning out here, bro. I think I don't win. I don't think I win. Unless... Oh! There's no way! The just win mentality, you guys. The just win mentality. We manifested it. That is the luckiest giant skeleton that has ever lived until it died. And then our opponent died. One dead giant skeleton is a 1 game. 1 for 1 and 1 for all. We take it. That is a clean 12-0, guys. That is a clean 12-0. We did not lose a single game on stream. We won it all with the same deck, and it was really cool. I want to show you guys how often I tested this. I mean, I was literally just playing this the entire time. I was just really testing out these decks the entire time and seeing what worked and what didn't. And yeah, I mean, you know, it happened. I've been doing this for 2 hours and 5 minutes since the very start. So we were really committed to it. If you guys enjoy this, if you got some type of value, definitely drop a like on the video so that I do this more often and more frequently. Tons of time goes into building the best decks for these challenges and also staying up until 3 a.m. to get it out as early as I possibly can. So we highly recommend playing this deck with the Dagger Duchess. And if you aren't really familiar with how to play it, review my video, watch what I did. We did not lose a single game. Built up Elixir Collector advantages, we dropped our recruits, and we spammed both sides with witches on both sides, so then our opponent with the bowler wasn't able to get that much value. We also killed the bowler with the giant skeleton, played defensive, got their bowler out of cycle, then spammed recruits, then went for our witches, and then overwhelmed. So really, really good deck. Play it in the event tab first, Boost Fields event tab, then you scroll down, and then you play the challenge, just to practice. This deck is phenomenal. If you lose with it, it is a skill issue. It is not a deck issue. So yeah, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily content. I put out a stream every single day or a YouTube video at 3 p.m. Eastern or 12 p.m. Pacific time. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate everyone. And also, wait, one last thing. There was a banger video that we created today. It was actually pretty fun with the giant skeleton. There was a spelling error. If you guys can catch where it was, you know, let me know on the video, of course. But yeah, it was pretty fun. So check that out. One of the best giant skeleton decks that was pushing at the top of ladder. I beat some of the best players in the world with giant skeleton on regular ladder, and that will be in the pinned comment. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day and enjoy the giant skeleton deck here. Enjoy the giant skeleton deck on top ladder in the pinned comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and positivity no matter when you're watching or where you're watching. I hope you guys have an awesome one. And thanks again for letting me do what I do. This is just really fun for me. Peace.